So up here today we've got Leader Rothler, and I believe this is your first time showing the rap, isn't it? Right on. We've got Nevaeh Tilgis. We've got Brody Busher. We've got Haley Reitzel, Molly Tilgis, Taylor Busher, Brendan Yerbeling, Taylor Coleman, and then we got the West Rosenmeyer brothers. And then we got Caleb Busher here on the end. This is one of our bigger classes of the day. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like we got 7 different breeds up here on the table right now. Our next class after these will be our Fancy Junior Bucks. Our Fancy Junior Bucks will be next. These are our Fancy Senior Does.
This many rabbits, we didn't have any red ribbons, so that's a feat in and of itself here at a county fair. We kind of have a mix, grab bag of different breeds. Again, these are fancy rabbits. They're not really bred for meat production or again, just a novelty. We have some mini Rex here, bred for like this velvety kind of coat. We have these Netherland dwarves that only can weigh up to 2.5 pounds. We have little Polish rabbits that are known for their head, ear, and eye. We have some, again, I mentioned mini Rex. They're a pretty common breed at these county fairs. We have some Jersey Woolies hidden up in there. We have like 4 Jersey Woolies in this class, all of which are very well groomed and well presented, which isn't common, again, at a county fair. National level show, sure, they're expected to be groomed and presented, but these young ladies did a fabulous job presenting these rabbits up here today. And we had a couple mini lobs. So I'm going to go ahead and start placing them here. If you guys need the order or... Okay. Well, still, since I kind of spent some time ordering them here, right towards the bottom of the class, we have a Netherland dwarf. We have actually a few Netherland dwarves that kind of sorted themselves towards the end of the class here today. A little rougher in flesh, don't have quite the head near to them. Then we have a couple of Polish rabbits I'd send off next. They have fair type, but they're nothing special in terms of the head, ear, and eye combination. They have nice bodies to them overall. This is where it gets a little bit more confusing. Next, I would send off this group of 3 Jersey Woolies. There's a pair of broken torque Jersey Woolies, very similar in their making frame. The one I'm placing over the other one today just has a little bit more width in his skull, and he has a little bit more dimension about that skull, a little bit more width of body overall. And then we have a nice Jersey Woolie that maybe doesn't have the dimension of his skull or her skull, but she does have the roundness of the balance and the overall copy little body type, which she was just she's really well groomed, but she's a little urine stained towards the skirt area there. We have 2 mini lobs going to go in towards the middle of the class here. They're really nice quality mini lobs with good bone. They're just having a rough hair day or bad hair day, again today out of flesh condition. Just need to go home and make some babies. And then we have, I think it's sorted out to be 5 mini Rex left and then 1 Jersey Woolly. I have a few mini Rex here, this broken black, followed by the broken tortoise, colored mini Rex, and then we have an otter mini Rex. Those are going to be, what would that be, I guess 4th, 5th, and 6th place in this class if we're keeping tally. Rabbits are just a little out of condition today. Pretty nice rabbits overall. I guess I just looked at them. 4th place would be this pretty black toe. I wish she just had a fresher coat of fur on her today. That leaves us with the Jersey Woolly, the ruby-eyed white, and this really nice broken doe. Today, the 3rd placing rabbit is going to be the ruby-eyed white mini Rex. Give that doe another couple of weeks, probably at the state fair time, and that rabbit should have a really nice coat of fur finish, especially if you put her in air conditioning. The 2nd placing rabbit or reserve in the class is actually going to be that broken chestnut or broken torque Jersey Woolly. Really well groomed, well presented, much better than half the Jersey Woolies I get to feel. But still could work on the ears, being just a little bit long and a little bit folded. And then to win the class today, we have an exceptional example of a broken otter mini Rex. It could be a silver marker too, but broken otter mini Rex, beautiful rabbit, beautiful coat of fur, especially for the middle of summer. Congratulations.
Our reserve in that class was Molly Tilges. Our champion is Brody Busher. Our next class you guys can bring up is our Fancy Junior Bucks. Fancy Junior Bucks. In this class, we have Kayla Busher, Brody Busher, Taylor Busher, and Audrey Sorensen. This is Aubrey's first time showing rabbits today. As you can tell, mini Rex are a very popular breed. It's not uncommon to go to shows and see two or a couple hundred of them in the shows on any given day. And they come in a lot of different colors. We have a class of 6 junior bucks, really nice animals today. In 6th place, going to be an otter. Down towards the end of the table there, there's just a little longer type, a little plainer animal overall. Then we have a lady that presented a really nice broken, well-deserving of a blue ribbon today. Just isn't quite the width of his shoulder, quite the width of the lower hind quarter. But really, he was up against some pretty nice rabbits here, 1st through 4th place. Really love 4th place's type. He just has that baby cottony coat on him. A beautiful structure. I think he'll turn out to be a really nice senior buck. Then we have in 2nd and 3rd, 2 flatter style animals. They have really good width in their loin, good width in the lower hind quarter though. They have the superior coats compared to the previous placing animal in the class. I wish the 2nd place was finished. She'd be the 1st place animal today if he were more finished. His coat it's just giving a false density there, being double coated. Versus the 1st place that kind of combines the 4th place's body with the 2nd and 3rd place's coat, and it's finished. He's just a tick worse, if anything, and just maybe lacks just a little bit of density, but he's really well finished and by far has the best body in the class for me today. Beautiful rabbit. Congratulations. Our champion in that class was Kayla Busher. Reserve was Brody Busher. Up next is our Fancy Senior Bucks. Fancy Senior Bucks. We will have a lot of rabbits in this class. We will fill the table up this time. We've got 6 different breeds up here on the table in this class, so you got a little bit of variety again. We've got Nevaeh Tilgus on the end. We've got Molly Tilgus. I really liked when they had the names of the exhibitors on the numbers. Then I could walk behind them and read it off. We've got Sadie Coleman, Brody Busher, Brenda Airplane, Haley Reitzel, Caleb Busher, and then the Rosenbergs. First names are important. After this class, we'll bring up our fancy dough and litters. Then after fancy dough and litters, the class winners from each class will come back to the table for overall grand champion and reserve champion rabbit. So if you have won a class, you need to get your rabbits ready because you will be coming up to the table right after the fancy doughs. And if you were reserve in your class, and your class, the rabbit in your class wins, you can bring the reserve champion up for reserve overall. So you guys are going to want to pay attention and get your rabbits up here and get ready for that. So the fancy dough litter will be right after this, then we'll be doing those champions for reserve and overall.
Okay, I'm ready to start placing here. We'll need just one red ribbon today. Actually, 2 red ribbons, really. The second red, or the one red ribbon is going to go to the very end here. It just really doesn't have a whole lot of coat for a Jersey Woolly. She's at least removed the mats on him in there, but just having a rough hair day. Is actually one of the top 5 rabbits in the class for what it's worth in terms of structure. But again, we have to go off of somewhat on condition as well. The rabbit just isn't really in show form. Again, if it were a normal coated rabbit, it would be okay. We then have a few rabbits here. The other one is the other red is gonna be this Netherland Dwarf Chestnut Senior Buck. He has a small abscess there on his jawline. Maybe has just a touch better rufous factor to him over the other Chestnut Dwarf that we have lined up here. But 2, again, rabbits that are well deserving of top 5 placings. Again, we just have to go off of formality that they can't have an abscess when they show. We have some pretty nice rabbits sorted through here, unlike the previous class. I'm not going to sort these all into exact order for you, but I'll give you some comments down the line. We have a Jersey Woolly receiving a blue ribbon that is in nice condition. just lacks bone. We have a really nice black mini Rex that would be in my top 5 in this class, actually. Today it just doesn't have quite the finish to it. Then we have a couple of mini Rex here towards the middle of the table here that just aren't finished at all. It's middle of summer, so we hope to get that next breed to finish. And we have a nice Polish again in my top 5 rabbits here in the class today. It just doesn't have quite the finish to her ears or quite the length and the set to her ears to be able to win the class with his ears there, excuse me. We have 2 Jersey Woolies that just need to be a little bit better groomed. A little disappointed at the skirt of the one here, the blue dog, just like it's a little matted up for me today. We have 2 blue-eyed white Polish here that both have some structural faults. The one I love is head, ear, and eye, but he doesn't have the hind quarter, and then there's the buck that has the hind quarter, but kind of plainer head, ear, and eye. Young lady's raising one of the rarest varieties of the Polish, which is the blue-eyed white, so you probably can't see that from the crowd, but they have this crystalline blue eye to them, which is pretty cool to look at in the rabbit world. We have a couple of mini lops here with this young lady. One that's a little broodier in style but has more bone. It's a pretty smoke pearl color. And then we have one that's a little coppier round animal that just doesn't have the bone. Both still deserving of blue ribbons here in the class today. And then we have a couple of mini Rex here sorted out that are just a little urine stained up here. So they're going to be my 3rd and 4th place being rabbits in the class overall today. My 2nd place is actually going to be that other chestnut senior buck. He's going to be the reserve in the class. The other one would have been 2nd or 3rd as well if we didn't have that abscess. So still a nice rabbit. And then overall, your winner by far is going to be this young man with the broken black mini Rex. Just a beautiful rabbit that could compete well on a national level. Congratulations.
Our reserve champion was Weston Rosenmeyer. Champion was Burley Busher.
We just have one entry here in this fancy doing the litter. It's a mini Rex with a litter of 4, which is a pretty good litter for this size of rabbit. Like the Californians, we usually shoot for like 4 to 8 in a litter. I think is a good number for the commercial rabbits. They shoot for more like 8 to a dozen rabbits in a litter. I think they grow the best when there are only 4 to 6 of them. This rabbit is doing a phenomenal job raising this litter. There are some rabbits here that have a couple other rabbit, so that could make nice prospects for the young man. And then a bigger broody doe. Congratulations.
Our champion is Brody Busher. So now we need our class winners on the table. The winners of each class, bring your rabbits up to the table. After our overall champion here, we will be doing showmanship. We will start with our junior showmanship, intermediate showmanship, and then senior showmanship. So what we're doing here, we brought all the class winners up. We'll pick an overall champion of the show. And then we also have a reserve champion of the show. And those two individuals beginning carriers. We've got a reserve and a champion carrier. And then for those that do showmanship, we've got a carrier for overall showmanship champion also. If you were a reserve champion, once we figure out who's the champion out here, you can bring the reserve champion up if you were the reserve in that class. So be paying attention if you're a reserve champion.
All right, we need our prizes over here for the Grand and Reserve Champion Commercial Rabbit, or Grand Champion overall rabbit, I guess. I don't think I'll need the second placers in the classes to come back up here. I think we'll be okay for that. I'm going to pick one from each here. It's just kind of how things sorted out for me. It's kind of split in hairs for the best in show. I'm going to name the reserve in show. I did have an honorable mention. It's a very nice California senior doe. She is a little bit more finished in her coat, but for a senior doe, she doesn't have near the shoulder, midsection, or hind quarter of the junior doe. The junior doe is going to be a reserve champion of the show today. in show is going to be your Mini Rex Senior Doe. So the Senior Doe class winner in the fancy division, the Broken Honor. This one right here is your best in show. Congratulations.
So our reserve champion was shown by Thad Kolash, and our grand champion was shown by Brody Busher. Nice job, you guys. Junior showmanship is up next. Junior showmanship. Now, if there's anybody that's not signed up for showmanship and all of a sudden you want to do showmanship, we'll get you in here. If you're wanting to do showmanship, even if you're not signed up, we'll get you on the table. Junior showmanship, come on up. On a day like today, we can appreciate how quick Zach is through rabbits. That's a nice thing for the hot day. So we've got up here Brenda Erpeling,
Here, Jerry, you want me to take that?
Aubrey Sorensen,
Chair.
Jackson
Nice
Schickler,
chairs. We have a lot of things to
Leah Reitzel, and Molly Toth.
And then in Wisconsin, we have basketball, volleyball, baseball, football. And we got football, but there's still tennis. Okay, so we just we got 8 kids across the country. 8 kids in Wisconsin. Now, this was raised by Taylor and Brew, he just paid for 2 years.
Well, he does live back.
Today, your reserve and show without further ado is going to be the young lady with the blue-eyed white polo. She did a really nice job. Just needs to expand a little bit more on her information. And then we're going to follow that up with this young lady with the jersey woolly. Certainly did a really good job there. I'm going to give an honorable mention to this young lady with the broken mini racks. She did a really nice job. You can tell that she's excited about her rabbit habits. She knew the history of the mini racks. We just need to go be able to flip the rabbit over comfortably and then just tell me a little bit more about like their fur, what colors do they come in, all these different things. But you did a great job in your first year. Congratulations.
So our champion was Molly Tilges, reserve was Brenda Leopold. Now at the end, Molly, when we get done, the champions of each class will come up for an overall showmanship. Now we've got Madeline Tigas in intermediate showmanship. Our seniors will be up next. If there's anybody else that's not signed up wants to do senior showmanship, you can do it. Just let us know.
All right, we only had one intermediate showman. You can give her a little round of applause here. She could have stood a lot more competition, in my opinion. She really knew what she's talking about for California rabbits. If you want to step off to the side there, we're going to have the senior showman, and then shortly after, we're going to do the overall showman. So either you can go way back there, or if you want to leave the rabbit, the carrier, or just kind of stay close here.
Champion intermediate was Madeline Tigas. So now we can have our senior showmanship come to the table. Senior showmanship. I had Weston Rosenmeyer and Haley Reitzel. Senior showmanship. I see you back there, Haley. Weston. Molly, you can come back up with your junior showmanship and come up for the final.
Great, to wrap up the day here with your fabulous little rabbit show, we're gonna go ahead and name your supreme showman. Is there a reserve too? Or just was supreme today. Kind of went in order, to be honest with you here, with third being the junior showman, second being the intermediate showman, and first place being your senior showman. She knew, had the most information to give me. She went head to tail on that rabbit. When I go to county fairs, unlike the state fair where we have a rubric out of 100 points, for county fairs, I kind of just let it be an open-ended question of kind of, please tell me about your rabbit, or just, you know, that general statement there, and then the kids usually kind of roll with that. Some of them can say, hey, this rabbit is fluffy, and its name is Peter Cottontail, and that's about all the information you get. These young ladies all knew that there's a rubric out of 100 points, and that you're supposed to mention everything, like I said, from head to tail. So looking at the ears for the tattoo, and just the ears alone, you mentioned 3 or 4 things in a good showmanship presentation. I think all 3 of these young ladies did a great job with that. Again, without further ado, thanks for having me judge your county fair here. Had a good show and some really nice quality rabbits. I still get out and about to several of the counties here in Iowa, and this certainly was one of the better ones in terms of depth and quality. So congratulations, you should feel proud.